All right. Hey, everyone. Here today. This is, what is today? May 6th? Revenge of the 6th. All right, we're here today. We're going to install this guy here. It is a FlownHive, just like on my first one here. And we're going to put it on the second guy here. All right. We're going to do that and probably also make sure everyone's level the way they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be at a tilted this way, or up from the front of the hive to the back of the hive, especially with the FlownHive. So when you do extract the honey out of it, it all comes out and doesn't, pool in the back. So you won't have too many leftovers. So that's what I'm going to do first on this hive while it's still light-ish. I did bring a level with me, so we're going to get started here. So we're going to start with our smoke. Get everyone calm down as much as we can because everyone's a little feisty today, especially in the yellow hive, which is the one that currently has the current FlownHive on it. There we go. Trying out a new little microphone so I get better sound quality. So hopefully this works. Let's see if I can get it over to the bees so you can hear them buzzing right now. Okay. Busy, busy bees, hard at work. All right, that's back on. Okay, still blinking, still working. All right. All right, little poofs. Maybe. But you all know I never have good luck with my smoker. There we go. There we go. All right. Alright, looks like they pretty have a good tilt on them already. So we should be good there. I'm going to go for the installment here. Looks like our feeders are empty, so we'll fill those once we're done here. Handy dandy tool. What did I do with my handy dandy tool? I just had it. Ah. Best thing you do when you're beekeeping is have a plan. What steps you're going to take, so you can have everything lined up the way you want it. Minimize, keep your time to a minimum. And sometimes working with these guys for too long, you get tired. You start putting off some bad vibes. They pick up on it. And you got a swarm over your head. You don't want that. Alright. I'm going to smoke them. I'm going to put the queen's keep up, which keeps the queen from coming from the brood boxes on up into your honey stores. So last year this was our honey store, this top, what we call the top super, but we decided, or a medium super. I decided to let the bees have all the honey last year, so they can make it through winter. And because I took out the queen's keep, which you should do over winter, so the queen can get up and get sustenance, because this is where they kept all the honey, all the food and pollen that they collected from the spring, summer, and fall. So in the fall I removed the queen's keeps from both hives, and I also removed the FlownHive from the first hive as well. So because I didn't get out here soon enough this spring to put this back on, there are now eggs in the comb in this one. So now it is now a brood, a brood super. So with this on, it'll keep the queen from coming up and laying eggs in the new hive, or the new FlownHive. So this may seem backwards, but this is actually the back of the hive with the window here, and this is where you get the honey from. So that's why you want the front higher than the back, so that the honey will flow out the bottom here through these tubes when it's ready. Otherwise you wouldn't get a good flow of honey, because we don't want it in the front to do that, because you don't want to stand in the entrances, in front of the entrances to the hive. That really torques off the bees. That's professional terminology, torquing off the bees. Something we don't want to do. Now the FlownHives come unassembled, so I did have to assemble the box. Let's see if I can get one of these up without too much. The frames come pre-assembled. This is the front. So you can observe the bees through this clear plastic as they're working these. So these are the cells that they'll fill up with honey, and then we insert a tool through the front right here, either the top or the bottom. The top turns it so that the cells are closed, so they're in the closed position right now. Later, when we want to open them to get the honey out, turn on the bottom and it turns the whole thing so they all go kind of like they twist, breaking the seals on the honey, and then the honey drains out into the bottom here because they're all slanted towards the center, as you can see here, and that's how we got the honey out without disturbing the bees too much. The only downside to doing honey this way is you don't get fresh comb to also, serve. But if you're okay with straight up honey, this is a really easy way to do it. Let me just say, FlownHives are not cheap. And basically, just looking for any gaps that they can get in and out of. All right. So that's installed. Now we just have to add the feeders back on. And then we got our Pretty Acres bee patties. These are peppermint. They also have lemongrass. Bees really like lemongrass. It's actually kind of an attractant for them. All right. All right. I'll show you this. I don't know if I'll be able to switch. Nope. All right. Without taking my... All right, let's see. So these are the feeders. They use the same ones on each hive. You lift up and put either solid or like a sugar mixture inside. And we're using, let's see, my pot. What does it look like? All right, there we go. A solid or a liquid inside. I have the solid patties. You can use a 1-to-1 like sugar ratio or 2-to-1. I do like discovered I like the 2-to-1 or the 1-to-1. 1 cup, sugar to 1 cup honey. And then you can change these. See if you're there. Change these here. This is for solid, so the bees can crawl out and eat the food, or you flip it around. Let's see if we can get it. Flip it around. And this makes it so they can just go to the bottom and walk down that little wall on the inside. See how it's slanted and it's got ridges? So they'll do that to just sip the honey, the sugar water. Because you don't want it like this, because they'll just try and get in there and drown. We don't want to drown our bees. All right, that one's done. So I'll put the top back on. Now you notice that there's no clips to clip this back on, so because they weren't exactly made for these particular brand of hives. So what I do is I just bungee cord, get back on. And I might need another bungee cord. I don't know if I have one. Please hold. Oh, look at that. And when we want, we can actually check on them through this observation window. You can see in and get all the inner workings. I don't think I have any more paper. What do you do with cloth? So I try to lay down some like blank paper on the bottom of the other pan, so I can keep track of mite infestation. So they'll drop to the bottom and land on the pan, and if you have a certain number of mites per bee something, yeah, you know if it's bad or not. So try to keep track of that. And I'm out of paper, so I'm going to use these plain white cloths. Clean that up a bit. Okay, I was done. All right, I'm going to check on hive number 1 because I just want to look at the feed. All right, bring it a little bit closer. So I have a stick here. You can see that. I was having a moisture problem. I mean, I have all the doors open and everything's vented. So I'm not entirely sure why or how the water is getting in there. So in order to allow stuff to dry, I kind of vented the roof a little bit, propped it up so there could be more airflow to reduce the humidity in the hive. Now, when I first put this on, there was a lot of activity in here. I think the activity was them cleaning and prepping the frames for honey, because I don't see as much activity as I did before. So now they're busy going out, finding food, finding nectar, finding pollen, and the existing flowers that are on trees, the dandelions that are out, anything that started to bloom. And then they'll bring it back and start making their honey. This is a different color than this one. This was out for one season without any protection on it, and we decided to coat it with boiled linseed oil, which is safe for bees. And then we're going to let this age a season, and then over this winter we'll also treat this with the boiled linseed oil. So we're going to remove the top. Smoke. Heaters are actually empty. All right. You can see I did put some tape on this one. Some of it's coming off. Because these feeders weren't designed for these boxes either, they don't sit quite flush, and I haven't quite come up with an idea on how to make them fit yet. I think I'll have to get some type of adapter or make one. I just want the bees getting out through this sides. And also less predators can get in that way too. So I'm going to do the food patties for that hive, and then we're done. You know, only almost a half an hour. For me just prattling on about my bees. But yeah, so when I checked before and I said, you know, there were eggs that I could see in the honey super on this hive, that way you know you have a queen. So this one I didn't check to see if there was a queen or if there was new eggs, but from the activity it appears that I do still have a queen, so we're good with that. All right, feeding is done. So now we're going to put the top back on. Rebungee it. And where'd my stick go? There it is. All right, checking the bottom board on this one too. So you get all kinds of stuff. Pollen, caps. There's a larvae of some kind. And then you can see there's a little bit of mold in here from the moisture. But it doesn't look very moist anymore, so I think we're doing good there. And then some ants have moved in. One of the unfortunate things with beehives is bees will sometimes, or ants will sometimes move in because, well, honey is sweet. The food that you give bees is sweet. It's primarily made of sugar, so and that's what ants like to eat. I'll clean this up a little bit and put that rag down. All right. I did do an oxalic acid treatment early in the spring to help fight for mites for anything that lingered over winter. All right, back in. That's it. We are done, ladies and gentlemen. Be well.